On July 1st, Canada Day, the Arana Nation will be hosting a very important event. We'll be doing our very first raffle. And people who have donated already, first of all, their names are already entered in the raffle. But people who donate from now until July 1st at 4 p.m. sharp will have their names entered in the raffle, and whoever's name gets pulled out will win an iPhone 5C. It is in very good condition. It doesn't have a lot of space, but it's perfect for people who are parents of kids who are just starting out in their teenage years, or who are going to get their first phone, or want to get their first phone, that type of thing. Or if you just want a basic phone yourself, for all you have to do is donate anything that is $1 and above, nothing below, and you don't have to do anything more, though most people do donate more. So that's and people who've already donated are already going to be entered in that raffle. And I want to thank Anna Maria Osarek for donating again to Arana Nation. You are a real patriot. You're on fire. I really appreciate it. And unlike Meghan, the Duchess of Thots, Markle, and Prince Harry, who expect to get millions and millions and millions of dollars of British taxpayer money, and really, she feels that she can just do whatever she wants. Arana Nation is actually giving as much as we are getting. So you have that opportunity to win the iPhone 5C if you do win the raffle, but you have to donate if you want to be in the raffle. So on to the story. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Thots, Prince Harry, the Duke of Cucks, spend $3 million of taxpayers' cash on Frogmore Cottage refurbishments. Now, let me show you what Frogmore Cottage looks like. It looks like a barn. My parents' barn looks more livable than this piece of thing. It doesn't look like it needs a lot of refurb. This isn't Frogmore Cottage. This is Frogmore Cottage. That's Frogmore. That's something else. That's Frogmore Palace. This is Frogmore Cottage. This right here. This thing here. I don't even know. It looked like a horse stable. So, unless they're turning it into some palace or something, I don't see how $2.4 million could be spent to refurbish this. Anybody who would live in something like this, who would have to, maybe it was worth something once upon a time, but nobody would spend a lot of money to live here. This looked like This looked like the barn stable. And I think that the Queen did that on purpose. Put them in the barn stable with the horses and the pigs and everything, because that's what she thinks of them. But $3 million, I believe, in American money. So let's just read the article here. There's many articles, actually. Many articles. Everybody's talking about this. This is a top story in the UK right now. So Harry and Meghan's refurb of their Frogmore Cottage home has so far cost taxpayers a whopping $3 million in US dollars. The couple's new residence now boasts a designer kitchen. What you need a designer kitchen for? That's the thought. Do you cook? What can she cook? I don't know. Maybe she can cook. Maybe her mama taught her how to cook. That's, black. Well, she's not black. But anybody who has a black mama and you're a daughter, you probably know how to cook. But what you need a designer kitchen for? You need a designer kitchen. Just get a basic kitchen. You can cook anything you want. Cook collard greens, mashed potatoes, baked chicken, grits, eggs and bacon. If you want to go Caribbean, oxtail, curry goat, rice and peas, shake and bake, whatever. You don't need a designer kitchen to make any of that stuff. You think all them black people down there in Los Angeles or New York City or Atlanta or Detroit, I'm just assuming that's what she likes. She was raised by a black mama, and that's what black women cook. You don't see no black woman cooking no craft dinner, ordering pizza. That's a blasphemy. And That's a blasphemy. Black women, you know what I'm talking about. This is not an assumption. It's fact. I'm telling you, I have a black mama. That's a blasphemy. So that's probably, if she knows how to cook, that's probably what she was raised with. Collard greens, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, all that stuff. You don't need designer kitchen for that. You don't see any black woman with no designer kitchen. They can't afford that. She has a basic kitchen that she cook her stuff with. So what you need designer kitchen for, Meghan? You Dutch the Thots? Or are you just, you're only using the blackness when it suits you? So you need the designer kitchen for your caviar and all that. And I don't even think you need a designer kitchen for that either. But anyway, royal accounts. A part of a taxpayer-funded refurb, which will cost nearly $3.8 million when all costs are added. Royal accounts show work on the couple's home has so far cost the public far more than original estimates, sparking fury from campaigners. And these are Republicans, people who are thinking the royal family is worth too much than they give. And I mean, to be fair, the royal family does give a lot to Britain in terms of tourism and interest and all that stuff. If I lived in Britain, I don't think I'd want to get rid of the royal family. That doesn't mean I like them, because I do believe that a lot of their agenda is the globalist New World Order, Illuminati agenda. I think a lot of them are pedophiles, Prince Andrew and all them kind of people. Even the Queen is a suspect. Prince Philip is suspect. All of these people. But they do, provide a lot of tourism. But these two, the Duchess of Thots and the Duke of Cucks, I mean, first of all, she decides when she will go to events that she needs to go. If I feel like it, if I feel like not going to see Donald Trump, I won't do it. I'm the Duchess. I can do what I want. And I'll just say it's maternity leave, even though I went to Trooping of the Color, and everybody says that's something everybody has to go to. Prince Philip didn't go. And what's his excuse? What's his excuse? You're going to say he's retired, but I thought Meghan was on maternity leave. You see, I love I love proving people wrong. It's something I love doing. The royal accounts show, a gift from their 5-bedroom property, a gift from the Queen, is said to have required a substantial overhaul before they were able to move in, including new heating, wiring, and utilities. That does not cost $3.8 million American dollars. But the public was coughed up for the kitchen, bathrooms, and even fitted wardrobes and storage, as well as renowned interior designer. So what you need a famous interior designer for? This is Meghan Markle, who is not used to living. She's used to the Hollywood American lifestyle. She's used to Rodeo Drive. She's used to Sunset Boulevard. She's used to Beverly Hills. She's used to being pampered. I mean, she lived in Toronto for a while, so she's used to Bridle Path. She's used to Rosedale. She's used to getting anything she wants with that. I mean, and when you're a royal, you have to be more careful. This is all the Duchess of Thots. Prince Harry, as stupid and foolish as he is, he's just the lackey in all of this. I'm sure maybe he tried to say to Meghan, Meghan, let's calm down with all the spending. Let's calm down. And she's like, you don't tell me what to do. I had your child, you boy. Who you think I had your child? I had your child. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. I had your child. You're being sexist. You see all them people attacking me? Don't you start. I'll knock you. I'm gonna spend whatever. I'm gonna spend all of the British people's money because they're attacking me and I'm not used to it. That's probably what she said. So, any work carried out since then has not included the exterior, has yet to be repainted, so the true cost is expected to be $3.8 million. The books revealed major work was undertaken to turn 5 properties back to a single home. A luxury kitchen was installed, while an existing studio with a bedroom was renovated and fireplaces, floors, and staircases replaced. Meghan chose eco-friendly, toxin-free, and vegan paint for the redecoration, which was reportedly overseen by designer Vicky Charles. I can see it all now. I can see it all now, Patriots. We're going to have this vegan. We're going to have eco-friendly. We're going to have this. We're going to have that. It's going to cost. How much is this going to cost? Let me calculate this up in my calculator here. 3.8 million. That's not that bad. I'm used to spending twice as much at Tiffany's. Oh, the poor British people. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to laugh, but man. Revealing the royal accounts yesterday, Sir Michael Stevens, keeper of the Privy Purse, insisted that Frogmore Cottage had been neglected and needed doing up. He said the property had not been the subject of work for some years and had already been earmarked for renovation. Okay, that don't cost $3.8 million, okay? $3.8 million. You couldn't renovate this house that I'm in, which is a pretty good house. You couldn't even renovate my parents' house for $3.8 million, which is an even bigger house up in the country in Western New York. You cannot, that $3.8 million is a lot of freaking money, okay? Don't give me that BS about their royalty, so blah, 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 blah. That house looked like a piece of trash. That doesn't take $3.8 million to make. I mean, $3.8 million, that house is going to look like a palace. Okay? It's going to look like something out of Hollywood. It's going to look like something from Beverly Hills. It's going to look like Britney Spears' house or what's his name? Bill Gates' house or Trump's house or one of those people's house. That's what it's going to look like. Let's see what all the other people are saying. Major renovations at the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's Windsor home have been dubbed outrageous after it emerged that the work cost the taxpayers £2.4 million. On Tuesday, accounts for the sovereign grant, which is the payment given to the monarchy by the government to fund official expenses, reveal that the royal family cost UK taxpayers $67 million in the last financial year, nearly $20 million more than the previous year. Man, that's all Meghan. It's Meghan. Spending like she's in Hollywood still. She's not used to, the royal family are actually quite frugal. You guys might think that they are rich and blah blah blah. They're actually very frugal people. I've read about it. I mean, yeah, they have. First of all, those palaces are government houses. The Queen really only owns Sandringham, which was bought by her great grandfather, and Balmoral, which was bought by her great great grandmother, Queen Victoria. Those are her houses. Those are hers. The rest are government houses, really. So when the Windsor Castle burned down in 1992, actually the taxpayers, if they really want the monarchy to continue, should have paid for it, because that's the government. I mean, yeah, they can't go in it, but I mean, they should have tours. So this is what I think should happen. You guys, all crown corporations, whether in Canada or Australia or Britain, businesses owned by the government. And I don't even, as I said, I'm not saying, if I was British, I wouldn't want the Britain royal family to go. I just want them to get the hell out of Canada and all the other countries that they used to colonize. That's colonialism right there. Get the hell out of Canada, please. Let Canada become a republic. Just get them out. But they need to take they need to take a great portion of profit from government corporations and make it their own. And then the taxpayers won't have to feel as burdened as they do. And then they won't feel as guilty to spend. Because if they're going to have this Duchess of Thots continue to run here, I'm telling you, she is not used to living domestic, or she's not willing to spend less. She's an American Hollywood thought, okay? She's used to spending, and she's not going to stop. So if they're going to continue to keep her, they need to find another way to get money, whether it's getting the money from crown corporations like BBC or, all these other places. A lot of the British crown corporations have been privatized when Thatcher was prime minister. If she wants to take some money from CBC in Canada, because she's Queen of Canada until we kick her out one day, which is going to be very soon, she can do that and all that other stuff. But until they do something, the Queen and the Duke and all the older members of the family are going to be feeling very guilty at what they're doing to the taxpayers. And the taxpayers are not going to tolerate the Duchess of Thots much longer. This is